Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, Reese. Checking in with the Florida State head coach here before the kick. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. The hand to the running back. On his feet at the 40. Open space at the 25. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Seminoles.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Gives it on the option. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. quarterback keeps it. Might have a chance. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Cook. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weis Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer, it's amazing. They've had a knack for it. Was that Kiffin? Was that Weis? Can Golden find those guys? They bring in a bunch of transfers to try to fulfill the same recipe that they've been using. Let's see how fast it will work.
The best news is Trinidad Chambliss is back throwing the ball, though. And he's one of those guys who can elevate the players around him, too. You're right. There's going to be some new faces, and it's going to be important from a chemistry standpoint that he and these guys are able to get on the same page very early on. But once everything starts clicking, this offense, man, they light up the scoreboard. And how much would you love it as a receiver playing with a quarterback like Chambliss?
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Lacy. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's Cook. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up?
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Working that left side now. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Jumped on top of the pile.
Man, that is so much easier said than done. To be a linebacker and have to play the run and then break on the running back and then tackle him in open space, like you've got to be a really, really good athlete. It started with his eyes, seeing the running back creep out to the flat, breaking on it, and then being physical for the tackle.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Still on the 2-yard line after the incompletion. It's 3rd and goal. Quarterback making checks. On the move. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive, but this the defining one. 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown Rebels. A pick 6. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it. Can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Lindsey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Got it in the middle, it's Cunningham. Spins away from one. Racing down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point splits the uprights. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Leaping grab for a big gain. Down inside the 35, stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Noles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Third down play from the gun. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And they go back on top.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Rebels offense is back on the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cunningham. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it first and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Myers on the move. He's got an open man. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. The offense changing the play. To the air on second down. Throwing right. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's second and 10 from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Moving out to the right. Unleashes one. Complete. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
That is a nice break.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Daniels. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. The give out of the gun. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Man, there's not a running back in the country that doesn't want to get fed and get fed and get fed. And he has been. He's been fed, and now he's up to 150 yards. So great productive day for this running back and create a lot of balance on this offense.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Under fire. And down he goes.
And that now, this guy's 2nd sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes the easy one to the back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with UTSA taking on the USF Bulls. And it's the Roadrunners on top in a game most people didn't give them a chance in. But this team remains steadfast all week, and their belief is paying off. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. They take the lead here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Daniels. Got it. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, it's pretty obvious with the offense coming out in a 5-wide set. They're trying to spread the defense out and open up some lanes to throw into. And that ball came out pretty quickly from the quarterback. But once he got it to his man with all that green grass, he was off to the races. An explosive play offensively. Good use of formation there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. They'll run the screen. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And the Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, no!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Alexander. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lacey. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. run inside. It's Lacy. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try to get it through the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field to score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Turns it loose. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Leaves it with the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden, those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Fighting off the defender. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
The official says no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Throws it back. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Lindsey. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Quickly to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field.
Makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can now. Defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
What a nice play by the defense. Not only get pressure, get the sack. Why is that big? The clock continues to run now. The offense is going to be in scramble mode. They're down, and they're fighting the clock.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
Man, this offensive line, back-to-back sacks. The fourth quarter, I got to protect the quarterback. It's money time. We got to put some drives together, and they just are not holding up and gave up back-to-back sacks.
Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on fourth down.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They're dealing with a second and long. Gives it on the option. Running into the open space. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Rebels. Excellent pan by the back on the option. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's got him this time. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He's got it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He's not afraid to go deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Laterals it back. He's going to take off. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.